Come on, Spicoli, just put the shirts back on. You see that sign?
No shirt, no shoes,
no dice! Right.
Remember when a teen movie about pizza, pirate uniforms, and mall jobs accidentally launched blockbuster careers and multiple Oscar winners? Back in 1982, Fast Times at Ridgemont High hit theaters through Universal Pictures. On the surface, it looked like just another sun-soaked, R-rated high school comedy packed with jokes, hormones, and mall culture. But what audiences actually got was something far more powerful, a snapshot of teenage life that felt raw, honest, and surprisingly real. Directed by Amy Heckerling and written by Cameron Crowe, the film introduced a now legendary cast, including Sean Penn, Judge Reinhold, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Forest Whitaker, and even a brief appearance from Nicolas Cage. At the time, they were just unknown young actors playing kids at a mall. Looking back, they were the beginning of something much bigger. Today, we're counting down 15 weird facts about Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and trust me, some of these stories are just as wild as the movie itself. Number 15. The Academy Award Class of 1982, Sean Penn. What started as a simple teen comedy somehow turned into a launchpad for serious acting careers. Sean Penn brought Jeff Spicoli to life with a laid-back surfer vibe that felt effortless. But, years later, he would completely transform his image, winning Oscars for Mystic River and Milk. That range from goofy stoner to intense dramatic actor is almost unbelievable. Forest Whitaker also showed early signs of depth. Even in limited screen time, his calm intensity stood out. Decades later, he'd win Best Actor for The Last King of Scotland. And then there's Nicolas Cage, barely noticeable in the background. He didn't even get credit but went on to win an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas and build one of the most unpredictable careers in Hollywood. 3 future Oscar winners all hiding inside one teen movie. Number 14. Tom Cruise almost played Brad Hamilton. Tom Cruise. Before becoming a global superstar, Tom Cruise auditioned for Brad Hamilton. At the time, he had already shown promise in early roles, and his screen presence was undeniable. But that was actually the problem: he was too intense. Brad needed to feel like a regular guy, awkward, relatable, and slightly unlucky. Cruise brought a focused, driven energy that didn't quite match that vibe. Instead, Judge Reinhold stepped in and made Brad feel real. His struggles at work, his awkward moments, and his small victories made him one of the most relatable characters in the film. Meanwhile, Cruise went on to star in Top Gun and Risky Business, proving that sometimes rejection is just redirection. Number 13. Sean Penn barely auditioned and never left character. Sean Penn. Sean Penn didn't walk into the audition as himself. He walked in as Spicoli. No script reading, no formal performance, just pure character. That confidence immediately convinced director Amy Heckerling that he was perfect for the role. But what really made it wild? He never turned it off. Throughout filming, Penn stayed in character at all times. Cast and crew were expected to call him Jeff, and if they didn't, he simply wouldn't respond. This level of commitment blurred the line between actor and character and helped make Spicoli feel incredibly real. Number 12. Cameron Crowe couldn't get Led Zeppelin. Cameron Crowe. You'd think having a personal connection to Led Zeppelin would make licensing their music easy. Not even close. Cameron Crowe had toured with the band as a young journalist and built real relationships with them. But when it came time to use their music, the answer was still no. Led Zeppelin, along with manager Peter Grant, were extremely protective of their catalog. They rarely allowed their songs to be used in films at the time. It's a reminder that in Hollywood, even strong personal connections don't always override business decisions. Number 11. Spicoli's vans changed American mall culture. Sean Penn. Spicoli's iconic checkerboard vans weren't chosen by a stylist. They were picked by Sean Penn himself. At the time, vans were mostly popular within skateboarding communities in California. They weren't a mainstream fashion brand. But after the movie released, everything changed. Teenagers across the country started copying the look. Suddenly, Vans became a national trend, showing up in malls, schools, and pop culture. Marketing campaign, no paid promotion. Just one character and one perfect wardrobe choice. Number 10. They filmed at a real working mall, Amy Heckerling. To capture authenticity, Amy Heckerling chose to film inside the real Sherman Oaks Galleria. This wasn't a closed set, it was a fully functioning mall during filming. That means many of the people you see in the background weren't actors at all. They were real shoppers going about their day. This added a layer of realism that you simply can't fake on a soundstage. Number 9. The movie's most famous song was missing from the soundtrack, The Cars. One of the most iconic scenes in the movie is tied to Moving in Stereo by The Cars. The scene became unforgettable, burned into pop culture history. But when fans bought the soundtrack, the song wasn't there. Due to licensing issues, it was excluded from the official release. So, ironically, the most famous musical moment in the movie wasn't included in the movie's own album. Number 8. The pizza delivery scene started real copycats, Cameron Crowe. Spicoli ordering pizza to class wasn't just funny, it became a real-life trend. After the movie came out, students across the country started attempting the same stunt. Calling pizza places, giving classroom numbers, waiting for delivery mid-lecture. Teachers had to step in and stop it. One fictional moment turned into a nationwide prank and a headache for schools everywhere. Number 7. Spicoli's Camaro disaster became instant legend Forest Whitaker. One of the most memorable moments in the film is something we never actually see the crash. Instead, we hear Spicoli describe it, and we see the aftermath. That choice makes it even more powerful, because your imagination fills in the details. Forest Whitaker's reaction adds emotional weight, turning it from comedy into something surprisingly intense. Number 6. Damone's 5-point plan used to be 3 Robert Romanus. In the original material by Cameron Crowe, the famous plan only had 3 steps. But for the movie, it became 5, giving the character more personality and making the scene more entertaining. Robert Romanus delivers it with total confidence, making it sound like absolute truth, even though it's clearly terrible advice. Number 5. Amy Heckerling nailed the teen movie formula on her first film, Amy Heckerling. At just 27, Amy Heckerling created something rare. Instead of making fun of teenagers, she understood them. She balanced humor with real emotion, showing awkwardness, heartbreak, and growth. She later proved this again with Clueless, but this film was where it all began. Number 4. Nancy Wilson had a hidden cameo at the red light. Nancy Wilson. That quick moment at the red light? It features Nancy Wilson from Heart. She was dating Cameron Crowe at the time, which led to the cameo. A small detail, but a fun connection between music and film. Number 3. Mr. Hand was based on a real teacher, Ray Walston. Mr. Hand wasn't exaggerated, he was inspired by a real teacher. Someone strict, serious, and completely focused on discipline. Ray Walston played him with calm authority, making him more intimidating than any loud character could be. Number 2. Universal's $5 million gamble paid off big. Amy Heckerling. The film was made on a modest $5 million budget, but it earned over $27 million, far exceeding expectations. Universal Pictures didn't expect a cultural hit, but that's exactly what they got. Number 1. Cameron Crowe went undercover in a real high school. Cameron Crowe. At age 22, Cameron Crowe went undercover as a high school student. He attended classes, observed students, and took detailed notes. Everything in the film, the dialogue, behavior, and situations came from real experiences. That's why it feels authentic. Because it is. From undercover journalism to Oscar-winning careers that started in a mall food court, Fast Times at Ridgemont High is far more than just a teen comedy. It's a cultural time capsule that still resonates decades later. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the movies that shaped generations. And remember, no matter how chill things seem, someone's always keeping track of your time. See you in the next one.